Hello, my name is Mendez-Lazaro. I'll be going through my Space Invaders project. I'll be zooming through the code as fast as I can because there's a lot. Then I'll go to the editor. I'm just going to be describing what my classes do. I added comments so you could see what the lines of code and what the methods do. For my barricade class, all I'm doing is that after the barricade, the game object takes damage, it's going to play a certain animation, and it's going to display a message to the console. This is triggered by a bullet, by either a player bullet or an enemy bullet. I have this conditional scene changer that I'm using for my credits. I have a win or lose credit. In each of these scenes, I have this script right here attached to both. After 5 seconds, they'll be transferred to the main menu scene. With this enemy bullet script, what I'm basically doing right here is that if the bullet collides with the player, it's going to destroy the player object, and it's going to destroy the bullet object as well. Same thing goes with the player bullet. If it collides with the player bullet, both the player bullet and the enemy bullet will be destroyed. For this enemy movement class, I'm just moving the enemies. They all move in a synchronized way. I have my animations right here. They have a certain chance. They have a chance to shoot every 2 seconds. If they have the number correct, which is 5, they'll shoot. They'll play an audio and the animation. There is a boundary that the enemies cannot go. They cannot pass. And after they reach the boundary, they'll reverse the direction, and they'll go down by 1 unit. They'll go downwards. If the enemies are hit by a bullet, they'll be destroyed, and the bullet will be destroyed as well. And an animation and sound will play. I also have enemy counts, but they're part of another class. This one right here, enemy spawner. I'm spawning them right here with a certain position on X that I have. They have a game object in my Unity editor. I'm using that X position as a main X position right here for the first enemy that will be spawned. Then I have a spacing right here. We also have a countdown. After I have a timer right here. Where is that? Right here, 4. After 4 seconds, the enemies will be able to move. They'll start off in an idle animation, and after that, the enemies will move. I have text that will be displayed as well. A basic countdown: 3, 2, 1. Then the enemies will be able to move along with the player. The player cannot move. I'll show you later. The player cannot move as well if the enemies can't move. My game manager script right here. My variables right here. I made an array of strings that I'm using for tags that are in my editor. I am adjusting the speed based on the count of enemies left in the game. If the player wins, they'll be taken to the credits win, and if they lose, they'll be losing to the losing credits. I'm resetting certain variables as well, so when I reload back into the game scene, things won't be messed up. And when the player loses, the enemies will be destroyed, so when the player spawns back into that scene, the enemy count won't increase by another 60, and won't instantly lose. Because I was messing up a lot of times because I just didn't add this. And I think it was in the enemy bullet class. Yeah, right here, that's right. When I killed the player, I had it as false, and I never did update it right here, so every time I reloaded back into the scene, I would just lose. So right here, the player script is just movement and animation. If the player dies by an enemy bullet, it's going to the speed. I won't be able to move because I'm dead. And that was another problem I had similar to the last one. When I reloaded back to the scene, I couldn't move, so I had to put this right here and start. Where is it? Okay, right here, as I said earlier, if the enemy countdown was was greater than 0, I couldn't move because I was counting down 3, 2, 1. I can't move. Then I am with either the left or right arrow key. I can move. If I press space, I will be able to shoot a bullet. I have my animations and my audios right there where you can see it. For my player bullet class, it wasn't. I don't have that many things to describe. It's just after hitting the enemy, I just gain points, and then the bullet is destroyed. This scene changer is similar to the conditional one, but without conditions. I used it for the menu. The other one was used for the credits. I used this class, scene music, for when I'm at the beginning of the scene, a certain audio will play. For example, right here in the main menu theme will play, credits, winning, losing. The theme will play for those scenes. As you can see right there, if the credit scene name is main menu, main game, you can see. This score manager script that will keep track of scores between sessions, high scores, and then keep track of regular current scores and current game sessions. I did some research. I found this player preps. It's going to help me store scores between game sessions, and I use that. As you can see right here, if score is greater than the high score now becomes that current score, and I'm saving it for my text that I'm using in another class right here. And I have the reset after every new game session. The score's going to reset. I have these two scores, score UI and score UI menu. They are the same thing, but I tried using one and it wasn't displaying the text correctly between the two scenes, between the menu scene and the game scene. So I had to make 2 separate ones, and that basically fixed it. It's just displaying the current scene, the current score that you got when you either died or won in the game session, and it also displays the overall high score you have. Okay. Special enemy movement. It's the same thing as the regular enemy movement, the enemy spawner. It's exactly the same thing. It's just for a special enemy, as you can see. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, it's exactly. Well, I guess the movement is just different. I'm just going right with this one, and if it reaches a boundary, it's going to despawn. It's going to be destroyed. So yeah, that's basically it for my classes. Let me go to the Unity editor. Okay, I am right here in my editor. I'm just going to lower the volume on my computer because then stuff's going to be messed up. I think I'm recording with a separate mic. So let me just show you guys. So, okay, I'm finally here in the game. I was playing around with it earlier. As you can see, that's my high score right now. A problem I am having currently is that after shooting an enemy, for example, look at this. Yeah, it's going to, like, once I shoot it, it's gonna keep giving me scores. Yeah, see that? And that's because I'm not instantly destroying the game object, because I couldn't find a way to destroy and then play the animation. You get what I mean? Because if I instantly destroy it, the animation is not going to play. So I had to destroy it after a certain amount of time. Right, so I died. That's my current score. That's my overall high score. Is it resetting? Yes, sir. Right, now let's win. My barricades are taking damage. These sprites that you're seeing, I mean, part of it. I mean, maybe simple, but I like it. So I'm just going. They are getting faster. Okay. So we saw me lose, they're going to see me win. And then right now, I'll just show what happens when they reach the barricades. So I'm right here, they're about to reach me. And I lost. Hold up, a couple of seconds. Yes, I died. Well, that has been my project. It was hard for me to do. There were a lot of stuff that I was having problems with, but I got through it, did some research, do see some YouTube, some Unity help, and got through it. So thank you. That's all.